From Studio 113 in Walson Hall, this is MBC News.
Hi, and welcome to MBC News. We're your hosts, Katie Mitchell.
And Thomas Rockland. So, Katie, how you doing? One more week till finals, and then we're off to graduation.
I know, it's pretty insane. I can't believe how fast the year went.
Oh my gosh.
Senior year for us.
Oh my gosh, it seems like just yesterday we were young tykes behind the camera and...
Freshman year behind the camera, afraid to anchor, and now look at us.
Look at me now.
In all of our glory.
But how about you tell us about the news?
I would love to, Tom. Well, Muhlenberg, looks like we're in the final stretch, next week being the last week of classes with finals to follow. And it's finally warm outside, so I hope you are all enjoying a nice frolic around campus. Graduation is just around the corner, an all too scary and real thought. The commencement speaker was just announced. Prominent Harvard law professor Charles Ogletree will be speaking at the ceremony, which takes place at 10 a.m. on the front lawn of the college. In other Berg news, from May 4th to May 21st, you will be able to check out the senior thesis exhibition in the Martin Art Gallery. The opening reception will be held on Wednesday, May 4th from 4:30 to 6 p.m. Check it out while you can. Opening Wednesday, April 27th in Baker Theater, Ulysses in Nighttown, directed by James Peck, will run through April 30th. This play is part of Joyce's epic Ulysses, in which a middle-aged ad salesman encounters a young novelist in the Dublin red light district. This will be a strange and interesting look at experimental theater. Get your tickets on the Muhlenberg Theater website or at the box office on campus. Now, in other news that's happening outside of the Berg bubble, in Antigua, Wisconsin, 2 students were shot by an individual with a rifle as they were leaving their prom. After the 18-year-old individual opened fire at the prom, he was shot down by a policeman and killed. Remember to always be aware of your surroundings and to report any mysterious activities that you might see. In political news, there is a Cruz and Kasich alliance forming against Trump. Cruz says that he's going to focus on winning Indiana, while Kasich will focus on winning Oregon and New Mexico. This is a Cruz and Kasich effort to deny Trump the presidential nomination for the Republican Party. Trump took to Twitter stating that, in his opinion, this is an act of desperation. And to end with some entertainment news, Kelly Ripa made her return Tuesday morning to Live with Kelly and Michael, saying that she needed time to gather her thoughts. Michael Strahan's last show has officially been set for Friday, May 13th. The search for a new on-air host is set to start immediately following his departure. Well, that's all we have from the news today. As the academic school year wraps up, I just wanted to say how thankful I am for my years here at Muhlenberg. I have truly been inspired by my professors and by my fellow classmates. I'm sad to be leaving Berg, but excited to see what the future will bring. Now, we go to Tom with the sports.
Unfortunately, the boys' baseball team did not fare well on Saturday, losing both their doubleheader games to Gettysburg. This marks their 7th loss in 8 games. The boys will take on Dickinson this Saturday, hoping to keep their hopes at a conference championship alive. The girls' softball team snapped a 2-game losing streak last Saturday, defeating Ursinus, and they will host Franklin and Marshall on Saturday for their senior night and last game of the season. In national sporting news, the NFL draft is finally here. Analysts have confidently predicted that quarterbacks Jared Goff and Carson Wentz will be the number 1 and number 2 overall picks, respectively. This is making them the 8th time 2 quarterbacks have gone back-to-back to start a draft. Day 1 coverage begins at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN and the NFL Network. I would just like to take the time to say how thankful I am for my training here at MBC. What they taught me and what I will take forward with me will stay forever. I also want to thank Katie, my co-senior, and Anthony Dalton for everything he's done for us, and it's been such a wild ride, and thank you guys. But more importantly, let's go to D-Dog David with the weather.
Thanks, Tom. And here is the weather. Get ready, people. We need umbrellas. This week, we got rain, rain, and rain. On Thursday, we have a high of 63 and low of 46 with a 90% chance of rain. Now we move on over to Friday. We got more rain with a high of 63 and a low of 42. And on Saturday, mostly cloudy. You can put your umbrellas away with a high of 48 and a low of 45 and only about a 10% chance of rain. And for Sunday, we have a high of 65 and a low of 48 and more rain. Back to Monday, we got a high of 61 and a low of 47 with an 80% chance of rain. And then on Tuesday, we have more rain with the 67 and 51 and a 70% chance of rain. And then Wednesday, it finally clears up with partly cloudy and a high of 70, a low of 50. That's all with the weather. Back to you, Tom.
D-Dog, another great weather report. I'm going to miss these. I'm going to have to tune into MBC next year when I'm off gallivanting in the real world. That's all we have for this broadcast. I'm Thomas Rockland.
And I'm Katie Mitchell. Thanks so much, MBC.